haven't had an album since 2014. So is there a new album in the works?
Yes, there is. In fact, this tour is kind of a. We literally, honest to God's truth, loaded the gear from the studio into the trailer. Like all the music's completely done. So we have 2 weeks off when we get home, which we will be home on April 11th, and we leave April 26th. So when we get home, I got to sing the record, but all the music's done. It's 10 tracks, 47 minutes. It'll probably be a little shorter with some fade outs or whatever, but roughly, 10 tracks, 45 minutes. It's more, the attitude is back to what we've just been talking about. It's more of meat and potatoes, on the last few records, we brought a lot of new elements into the band a little bit without deviating too far from what Crowbar's about. But this is more like, I've been listening. I went back and started listening to early Crowbar, and I want to. It's more of that attitude, but more mature. Every bit as angry, every bit as heavy, every bit as depressed. Doomy, whatever you want to call it. But doing it this many years later, I really like what we got going on. So.
Too many guys when they grow up they become happy and the music kind of suffers. I mean, how could you expect Metallica to do anything like really real anymore?
I mean, if you check your bank account on your phone, But I mean, the thing is that's not, that doesn't mean, like if I won the fucking lottery, I'd still be doing what I'm doing.
Right, you still have it, right?
It's just, I'd probably, if I won the fucking lottery, we'd play for free and just tour around.
Just play, right?
Because I'd be able to afford to support it, and we'd do it. Hey, come on, everybody. Enjoy the fucking show.
I think you come from a place where the music scene is just like this family, so you guys can't stop. That was always there, right? So
down, that was we always talked that, hey, this is the band we can get old with, which didn't end up working out with me, but whatever they do is on those guys, of course, and those are my brothers and always will be. But for me, this is when I look at these like the Saxons and whatnot, I'm buddies with Paul Quinn and I know the guys, whatever. So when they played New Orleans in September, we hung out with them, and they absolutely. That's why I can't get into new bands that much. They got up there. These guys are in their 60s and absolutely fucking annihilated. It was their 7th show in a row. Biff Byford sounded like he was 20 years old. Fucking, they're just Paul Quinn. I mean, the guitar tone, everything. I mean, I had guys from high school that had never seen Saxon, literally with tears in their eyes. They're like, I can't believe how great this is. And it's like, I'm like, that's why I can't really get in, They don't have any fucking bells and whistles and tricks. It's fucking drums, amps, and a voice. And that's all you need, Keyboards is fine too, sir. But I mean, guys, like, we don't travel with a sound man, excuse me, a sound engineer. And the guy will be like, what do y'all got? I said, dude, it's just 4-piece drum kit, 2 guitar rigs, bass rig, 1 vocal.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah, that's what it was built on.
Simple.
And maybe one day it'll go back to that. But, I mean, so many bands, and once again, no disrespect, I'm just old school. Everything's triggers and samples and this and this and this and backing shit. There's dudes with mixers behind the amp stacks, blending in extra vocals. And nothing wrong with it, just not. I'd rather get up there with a sore throat.
Just play.
And scream till fucking my throat's raw and sound like shit than have myself on tape or whatever
What happens is
on a digital format,
we lose all that. Music starts growing. It starts simple, and it starts growing. It starts getting out of control. Then it all explodes, and it goes back down to the basics. That's what happened with grunge. That's what happened with punk rock when that came out. And it's sort of like a cycle. It's just,
I mean, even though I'm not a big fan of much of the grunge stuff, it needed to happen.
Yeah, it needed to happen.
And it's like, and it got away from, and you're right. It's the same thing. It's just ebb and flow.
But then grunge got out of control. Then you got Nickelback and stuff like that. It got out of control.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, I still, I've always loved Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
I mean, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, and Soundgarden are my 2 favorite. But I mean, it did get out of control, but it needed to happen. Something had to throw a monkey wrench into what was going on. But what happens too is, and people call it hair metal, which I don't really like the term, not because of my lack of flowing locks, but I'm friends with guys in in that era that were in some big bands and whatnot. And I mean, they put out great music, you know. For me, it's Crowbar, and like I said, if Jost is up to doing another Kingdom, I'm not opposed to that at all. But for now, I know he's pretty happy where he's at, and he co-manages us, by the way. So we're in constant contact. As people like, you still talk to Jamie? I'm like, pretty much texting and emailing every day, because he's a vital part of the Crowbar machine, actually.
I gotta listen to his podcast now.
Yeah. No, he's great. So, but I'm not opposed to it, Mr. Joster. But I'm not making any promises. It's on him.
I mean, Hatebreed. Yeah, I think that came out of a Misfits song, right? I think that's how he named it after, right?
That's very possible. For some reason, it does ring a bell.
Kirk, thanks for.
Appreciate it. My pleasure.
Thanks
Absolutely.
for giving me the most information. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you and your wife. Good luck up there tonight. I'm gonna be right up front. Hopefully, I don't get the shit kicked out of me and my camera doesn't get destroyed. So we can get this wonderful information to you people. In the meantime, I am Steve from monkeygoosemag.com. I am your voluntary metal correspondent. And stay metal, everyone, and tune in again. I'll see you all soon. If you enjoyed that interview and you'd like to see more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. There. Also, check out our written articles at our weblog on monkeygoosemag.com. We're also available on Instagram and Facebook. I'll see you there.